Hello Scorpio, welcome to my channel. I'm going to do your reading, and this is a timeless reading. So this is for whenever you feel drawn to hear this message. And this may or may not resonate with you. If it does, take what does. If it does not, leave what does not. All right, so we kind of had these that have fallen out. All right, so we have the Knight of Cups. We have the Page of Swords. We have the Moon. We have the Star. We have the Eight of Pentacles. We have the Seven of Swords. We have the Five of Swords. We have the Four of Wands. And we have the Eight of Swords. All right, so for overall energy, we have the Eight of Swords, and that can be that you're holding yourself back from something, or there's a decision that you have to make about something that you haven't made yet. You're kind of waiting for the right time. So that's what I'm kind of feeling, is because we have this Page of Swords and this Knight of Cups. And to me, that means that there's someone that you want to connect with. There's somebody that you want to talk to. There's somebody that you want to speak with about something, but it's sort of like you're holding back, like you're waiting. You're not ready for it yet. You're not ready to have that conversation. You're hoping for the best. I feel like this may be a difficult situation that you have to have, a difficult conversation that you have to have with someone. It could be with a partner, it could be with a friend, it could be at work. I feel like it's something that you want to say, but you just haven't said it yet. It also could be someone that maybe you're not really sure what it is that you want to say. Maybe you're not really sure how you want to say it, so you're taking that time to sort through your thoughts and what it is and how it is that you want to say it. And that's very important. That's a very good thing to do, because that way you're not regretting anything that you've said. Like you've thought about what it is you want to say, and you know what points you want to talk about, so that way nothing comes out that you may regret saying later. All right, we have the Eight of Pentacles, we have the Seven of Swords, we have the Five of Swords, and we have the Four of Wands. So the Eight of Pentacles is about, I feel like, to me, Eight of Pentacles represents a new way of doing things, because it's a new money-making opportunity. But I feel like in this instance that it doesn't represent money. It doesn't represent a job. I feel like it represents a new perspective of looking at things. I feel like this new perspective helps you to keep away from the drama, that you're not letting what other people have to say affect you anymore. I feel like this is kind of the energy that you're going through now, and then this is the energy that's coming in for you. I feel like from this instance that you're learning that, okay, I'm not going to deal with, people that I feel are sneaky, people that I feel are not trustworthy. I'm not going to let other people's opinions influence me. I'm going to choose what's best for me. Okay, what works for me. This could have to do with a family member maybe that you have to have a discussion with, that there may be some stuff going on. But I feel that, you're holding yourself back right now from saying anything. Maybe you're not even going to say anything. Maybe you're just going to wait and see what happens and see how that plays out. We have the Moon card again, okay? Waiting to see what happens. I feel like this is maybe it's a situation where it's like just letting things play out. Let it play out and see what happens. See if there is something that, or maybe it's somebody else's actions and you're like, okay, I'm going to see what this person is going to do. I'm going to see, is this someone that I want to surround myself with? Is this person going to kind of reveal themselves? Like, you don't need to say anything, because this person, maybe you're seeing someone else who's doing some, negative behavior, and instead of saying anything about it, you're like, you know what? I'm going to let them You know, that saying, shoot themselves in their own foot. I'm going to let them expose themselves without you even having to get involved with anything, okay? This may be something that you're going back and forth with, because we have the dark horse and we have the light horse. So that could be that conflict on what it is that you want to do. And maybe that's why you're like, okay, I'm going to step back and wait, and I'm going to see what happens and decide if and when I need to move forward. I feel like it's just taking it one day at a time and seeing what happens in the situation. And just letting things play out. Ace of Swords, getting over this situation. I feel like this is a situation that's very difficult for you. I feel like it's a very difficult situation for you, because I feel like you're conflicted. But you have hope for it working out, okay? With this Ace of Swords next to the Star card, I feel like, you know, you definitely have hope for things sorting itself out. We have the Three of Swords. I feel there's a lot of hurt for you. I feel that there's a lot of disappointment, a lot of letdown in this situation or this person. Like, you're feeling really sad about this situation, about what's happened. And maybe that's what's confusing for you, is because you're like, you're really not sure what to do. But I feel like maybe this person is kind of exposing themselves for who they really are. And sometimes that's a hard thing when you kind of have this idea of this person, but then you're sort of in that, and then it's like you step back and you look and you're like, wow, this person really isn't who I thought they were. And maybe, you know, you're having that moment where you're like, who are you? You know, sometimes we're in relationships with people and we think that we know them, and then, you know, things change, or you start looking at them in a different way, and you're like, or, you know, sometimes when difficult situations arise, you really see how that person responds to that situation, and you're like, wow, who are you? I never thought you would respond this way. I never thought you would be this way. This is really surprising for me. All right, we have the Eight of Cups, and then we have the King of Swords, and then we have the Knight of Pentacles. I feel like this may be something that you're walking away from, like you're realizing who this person is, and you're like, I don't even know you. I don't even know who you are. I thought that I knew you, but, you know, were you putting this mask on this whole time? Were you deceiving me? Was I deceiving myself? Was I making excuses for your bad behavior? Was I making excuses for the way you behaved, and I was accepting something less than what I deserve? You know? We have the Knight of Pentacles, and that's slow, steady progress. I feel like this is something that takes time to work out. The Moon card also represents deception, but I feel that's almost in two ways. I feel like I was just saying, is there someone that is deceiving you, but then are you deceiving yourself on who this person or this situation really is? And maybe this all kind of comes to light, you know, and you're like, wow, what's going on here? What's happening? The Death card, here you are, your card, the Scorpio card, okay? And the Death card is about holding on to something that's not working in our favor anymore. Like, there's something that we keep holding on to, and I feel like it's this. I feel like it's this situation or this relationship that you're holding on to that really is stopping you from moving forward, from transforming, from moving forward, from growing, and learning that this is not what you deserve. This is not the energy that you need to be in. And then we have the Nine of Pentacles, which is those rewards for working through this and realizing this and moving on from it. And I feel, you know, that you're feeling much better, because it's like the other side of the Death card is that transition and that transformation. I feel like that happens, but it's like you have to deal with this first, letting that go. And especially with the Eight of Cups here, letting that go, letting this energy go, this deception, you know, these two Moon cards, you know, not being able to see clearly. The Moon is also about not being able to see clearly. So maybe there is a situation that you're not seeing clearly who this person or this situation is, and then all of a sudden your eyes are open to it and you start realizing, and this is something emotional. This is something that's heavy to have to go through. But I feel like it's definitely you know, one of those lessons that we learn with it, you know, in life, to say to ourselves, you know, is this really the best situation for me? Is this really the best thing for me to be in? And making those choices for yourself that are good for you, that keep you in a positive energy. Sometimes we have to make those tough decisions, and I feel like that's what this is that making that tough decision. At the time when that happens, it's very hard to deal with and then move on from, but I feel like it brings a lot of positive change into your life. I feel like it brings a lot of positive things, and once we move away from it and we look back and we're like, yeah, I'm really glad that happened. At the time I wasn't happy it happened, but now looking back, I'm really glad that happened, because that pushed me into a different direction. It pushed me in a better direction. Okay. Let's see, let's close out. Let's do Animal Oracle. Skunk Spirit, know your worth. Oh my gosh, that's exactly what I was saying throughout this reading, is knowing your worth. You know, knowing what's the best for you. Knowing what you deserve. Do you deserve to be in this negative energy, this Page of Swords, this Seven of Swords, this Five of Swords, this Three of Swords? You know, knowing the Eight of Swords, being in that energy, know your worth, and fighting for you, fighting for those the changes and the positive energy, the positive things for you. All right, thank you so much for watching. As always, stay positive, stay safe, and I will see you next time.